Everybody else has given up on them. We take in the hard cases, we take in the cases that nobody can figure out, we take in the bite cases, the dogs from dog fighting, the dogs from abusive, extreme abusive situations, dogs from inbreeding, crossbreeding with neurological and behavior disorders from lack of socialization, that type of thing. And we try to let them be dogs again, and then address what issues need to be addressed with them. They can't be adopted out; they can stay here forever. My husband, when he was alive, had an epiphany that we needed to live in Houston and work, so we transferred over here. And my first week here, I saw dogs running all over the place, and beautiful pit bulls, German shepherds, you name it. It was just loose all over the place. It looked like, I felt like we were in Mexico, in one of the impoverished areas in Mexico. Just dogs everywhere, and I thought that was totally inconceivable to me. And started taking them in and trying to find their owners, finding out that nobody looked for their dogs. And then ended up, I had 8 of my own when we came, and it just escalated from there. He passed away, and by the time he passed away, I had 25 in the house. I was already working with the local shelter and a few rescue groups, and I was working in the engineering corporate offices, supporting it myself, and it just grew from there because the problem is so big. We don't have federal funding. We don't have the funds to put in something nice for them. The dogs deserve better. Since I'm full-time here now, I'm 24/7. I cross-trained into professional training and behavior modification. I study behavior. The facility has grown. Our reputation has grown, but our equipment has not. And it's frustrating. Day in, day out, we patch things. We deal with a poor well. We can only water one area at a time, so it takes us all day in the summer to water the entire ranch, all the animals and horses. Giving up is not an option here. These dogs weren't born with behavior issues. They weren't born with training issues. All these behaviors that are adverse or come from neglect and abuse are learned behaviors. They're not something permanent. It's just like a child, a disturbed child. It's gone through juvie court and whatnot. Their mind has to be reprogrammed, and the biggest thing is they need to know that they can relax and be dogs again. They can play in the dirt. They can swim in the pools. They can wrestle, play, and have friends. Some of them are so scared and so traumatized they don't even realize that's a possibility for them. They're just stuck in survival mode and fear. And so we work on that. The success rate of our dogs is probably 99%. We have a few here that will never be adopted because the abuse was just so intense. It's so ingrained in them since birth. And we've only got like maybe 2 or 3 of them that are like that. And they'll be here forever, and it doesn't matter because we've acclimated them to a housing that is sufficient for them, so they're comfortable and they can live out their lives here. Our facility is falling apart. Some of our kennels came from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary 20 years ago via another rescue. We've got kennels held together with rope, tie wire. It's ridiculous. If we had a better facility and we could upgrade to accommodate, especially to accommodate the weather changes here in this state, that would be amazing. We don't want a standard kennel. We have an architect on our board of directors, a certified architect, graphic design artist that can draw plans and knows exactly what we need. The dogs should have their own living areas. They should live as if they live in a home. So we want to design not kennels but rooms for them, where they can go in and out as they want. It'll be a home environment until they find their permanent home. We need to finally own a piece of property that we live on and operate on, and that's what our goal is, to purchase this so we can build something that's permanent, that we won't have to just pick it up and move it at any given point because somebody says they want to cancel our lease or whatever. This piece of property is beautiful. The climate is perfect. It's secluded. We don't have flooding. We don't have stagnant water anywhere. It's a drier area. It's good for the horses and for the dogs' coats. And Dogtown Ranch needs to continue forever. There's no reason why it shouldn't once it's all in place. Even after I'm gone, it should be here forever.